The social grant payment debacle has been ongoing in South Africa for years, riddled with scandals and hints of ineffectiveness and corruption. SASSA is the state agency which runs the social grants for the South African Social Development Department. It has about 17 million grant beneficiaries, 11 million of which are younger than 18 years. 37% of the beneficiaries are currently paid via the SASSA card. 43% own their own bank account and 20% are still paid out in cash. Historically, SASSA has faced challenges which included fraud, as fake beneficiaries was created and grants were paid to fake non-existent beneficiaries, leading to irregular expenditure. Inability to introduce secure high-end technological innovation and being heavily reliant on third parties like CPS, corruption, unaccountability, wasteful expenditure, risk of non-payments and lack of concern for the great customer experience. There were duplications of services and greed, as primary partner CPS were after their own interests. There were tender irregularities. SASSA also failed to protect the rights and interests and confidential data of grant beneficiaries, and they also failed to prevent unauthorized transactions on beneficiaries' accounts by the third-party provider CPS. Currently, SASSA has a contract with CPS, a subsidiary of Net1 UEPS, which is a global financial service group. They currently provide SASSA with a proprietary payment system and owns the fingerprint biometric identification system. It is a very controversial tender contract and it was declared invalid by the Constitutional Court. Grant beneficiaries are captured within a private technological and financial network owned and controlled not by SASSA, but by its service provider. As it stands, CPS, together with its partner Grindrod Bank, used its privileged position to market a wide range of products and services to an essentially captive customer base without their consent. Yes, poor people need access to banking services and may benefit from smart cards and electronic banking, but these services should be designed with their interest in mind. The investigation of CPS has provided evidence of troubling instances of unauthorized deductions from accounts set up for grant recipients, often with very little recourse. The IMC investigation into the saga favored the proposition of intergovernmental cooperation between SASSA and the South African Post Office. It is, however, the Auditor General's view that the intergovernmental approach taken by the IMC was using the grant payment system to address the challenges and financial woes faced by South African Post Office, and that SASSA has neglected to question the requirements in respect of cost effectiveness, affordability and sustainability. The proposed joint venture between SASSA and SAPO carries the systemic risk of again being locked into a single service provider, as well as not addressing the issues of interoperability and taking away the choice from the beneficiaries of how they would like to receive their payment. Although SAPO has a track record as being an FSI, it is unclear how they are qualified to fulfill the role as a solutions integrator and a service aggregator. It is clear that SAPO systems are outdated and that no integration currently exists between their systems and any other government agency. Development would be expensive and time-consuming. The initial cost to the taxpayer for this exercise is estimated at 6.5 billion rand. In view of the Auditor General's recommendation, the system we will propose will include an open architecture platform as a service that will allow system integration through an API gateway. We will also propose transactional technology options in the form of an e-wallet and a POS system. We will also look at telecom technology to enable and facilitate transfers, remittance and CRM communication. For the platform as a service, we propose setting up a private cloud in one of our data centers that has full failover resilience. We will use the Microsoft Azure platform, which would mean that SASSA will not be locked into Vodacom proprietary systems and could move the service to any other supplier if they want to cancel the contract. The Azure platform will allow SASSA to seamlessly integrate their internal databases and application, as well as any other governmental database that would add value to their business processes via an API gateway. The API gateway will also allow any other payment facilitator to join via secure connectors seamlessly and allow beneficiaries a choice of how they wish to transact. The platform will result in standardization of processes for SASSA and also drive down cost and time to value. The platform will enable integration brokerage, database management, business process management, business analytics, complex event processing, interoperability, mobile back-end services, resilience, and enhanced security and encryption. By entering into a platform as a service agreement with Vodacom, SASSA will realize the benefits of scalability, reduce capital expenditure, reduce lead times, reduce administration and maintenance costs, reduce skills requirement, and ability to add new users and services much faster. Because of the open architecture and the API gateway, Vodacom can offer new technology offerings to facilitate payment, and SASSA can tap into our experience to enhance their current processes. As it stands, 20% of the beneficiaries still receive their grant payments in cash due to their relative distance from relevant infrastructure. Vodacom proposed to enter into a private-public partnership with SASSA and engage the population in the deep rural areas. We can deliver on awareness campaigns, education programs, and a change management process to move and enable this populace to use technology. As a CSI initiative, we would offer low-end smartphones to the community and incentivize their efforts to switch with free data offerings. At the same time, we could offer spaza shops and other merchants POS systems that offer instantaneous onboarding via the API and can handle all forms of payment, including tap to pay. For the payment channels, we can assist with a prepaid debit card through a white label supplier and facilitate the payment to these as with our prepaid SIMs. We can introduce NFC tags that recipients can use with their mobile devices to facilitate tap and go payments, and we can also facilitate USSD support for recipients who prefer feature phones and want to transact in that fashion. Lastly, recipients can also could also be possibly moved to a cross-platform and a cross-network e-wallet that will be able to receive payments, link any card to it, including bank cards and loyalty cards, receive coupons, and facilitate transfers, etc. As a value add, Vodacom can facilitate an SMS service that can enhance SASSA's customer relations management system. The SMS system can be set up to the platform's event management system as well as SASSA's customer care applications to send notifications to recipients. The SMS system can also send remittance information to recipients and provide a channel for the recipient to communicate problems and queries to SASSA. The introduction of new technology in the mix will offer recipients a wider choice, and its coexistence with other traditional offerings will automatically stimulate competition that will drive down transactional costs that will benefit the poor. The establishment of a platform will also provide opportunities to add other social investment services in the future, if so desired, like the proposed national healthcare insurance and the NSFAS system.